Good morning, children. This video is for anyone who's working in the Obelisk group. Before we start, please make sure you do the Fluent in 5, so pause the video now and answer the questions. And here are your answers for the Fluent in 5. Today, children, we will be reading and interpreting information from tables to answer questions. We're going to be looking at some very fluency questions, and then we're going to look at doing some reasoning and problem solving. So to begin with, we're going to look at some varied fluency. So this table here says, use the table to answer the questions about types of music each teacher likes. So we've got the different types of music on the left hand side and the name of the 4 teachers we've got. And if they like that type of music, they've got a tick. So it says, first question here is, which type of music is enjoyed by all 4 teachers? So we need to find a type of music that every teacher has a tick for. So opera, well, not here because Mr. Bowles doesn't like it. Reggae, well, we've got Mr. Bowles and Miss Hardacre like it, but Mr. Kennedy doesn't. Mr. Bowles doesn't like classical or rock, so it can't be that. Country, Mr. Bowles likes, but Miss Hardacre doesn't, so it can't be that. Rap, Mr. Bowles likes it, Miss Hardacre likes it, Mr. Kennedy likes it, and Mrs. Salinger likes it. So rap is the music that is enjoyed by all 4 teachers. Which type of music do Mr. Bowles and Mr. Kennedy both like? So here we've got Mr. Bowles and Mr. Kennedy. So we've got to look at which music they both have ticks next to. So Mr. Bowles, he likes reggae, but Mr. Kennedy doesn't like it. So we can go down to Mr. Bowles. He likes country, and so does Mr. Kennedy. So we can put country. And rap, Mr. Bowles likes it, and Mr. Kennedy likes it. So country and rap are the 2 types of music they both like. Which teacher likes the least types of music? So least means the smallest. So we're going to have a look. What we can do is underneath, you can always scribble, annotate your table here. We're going to write how many each teacher likes. So Mr. Bowles likes 1, 2, 3. So we count the ticks in each column. Miss Hardacre, 1, 2, 3, 4. Mr. Kennedy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Mrs. Salinger, 2. So it's Mrs. Salinger who likes the least types of music. Who likes dance and opera but dislikes rock and country music? So we need to find which ones have ticks for dance and opera and dance, but they don't like rock and country. So first off, let's do the first bit. Dance and opera. Well, first off, Miss Hardacre and Miss Kennedy are the only ones who like opera. So we can discount the other 2. Let's see if they like dance. They both like dance. So it could be either Miss Hardacre or Mr. Kennedy. Now we need to find out which of those 2 people doesn't like rock and country. So Miss Hardacre here, she likes opera and dance, but doesn't like rock or country. So the answer is Miss Hardacre. Okay, we're going to go for the next set of questions. 5B, the table below shows the number of visitors to different shops over a weekend. So we've got the different types of shops at the top and the 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, as they are the 2 days of the weekend. Question A, which shop had the least amount of visitors on Sunday? So least is the lowest number, and we're looking at Sunday. So we're looking for the smallest number. We've got 15, 7, 18, 13, 11 and 8. The smallest number is 7. So the answer is pet shop. Which shop had the most amount of customers over the whole weekend? Now, for this question, most means the largest, but it's the whole weekend. So we need to look at both figures for each shop. So we need to do some addition, and we can use mental arithmetic to help us. 7 plus 15. And I think this is always good to write down. You don't have to copy out the table, but write down the information. So you don't have to always keep adding it back up. Once you've added it once, if you need to use that information again, it's there. 9 plus 7, 16. 12 plus 18, 30. 8 plus 13, 21. 7 plus 11, 18. 15 plus 8, 23. So which shop had the most amount of customers over the whole weekend? Well, looking at all these numbers, 30 is the largest, so it's the card shop. How many visitors did all the shops beginning with the letter C have in total on Sunday? So now we're looking at how many did all the shops beginning with the letter C have in total on a Sunday. So we're looking at Sunday, and we've got this begins with C, so does that, and so does this. So we need to add the figures they had for Sunday. 18 plus 13 plus 8. Now we can use a written method to help us here. So 18 plus 13 plus 8. 8 plus 3 equals 11, plus 8 equals 19. 1 plus 1 equals 2, plus another 1, 3. So the answer is 39. And then the last question we're going to look at here for the varied fluency. Which shops had more visitors than the flower shop, but less than the corner shop over the 2 days? So this is really good now, where we've put this information here. This will help us answer this question. Which shops had more visitors than the flower shop, but less than the corner shop? So the corner shop had 23 and the flower shop had 18. So we're looking at which shops had a amount of visitors between 18 and 23. Well, gift shop is 22. So that's between the two. Pet shop is less than 18, so we don't need to worry about that. Card shop is greater than 23. Clothes shop is between 18 and 23. So our two answers are gift shop and clothes shop. Now that's some questions about varied fluency. We're now going to do an example of questions on reasoning and problem solving. It might be worth, if you want to, have a go at the questions that are varied fluency on your task sheet now, and then come back to the reasoning and problem solving. Okay, so here we go with the reasoning and problem solving. The table below shows how many bins are emptied on the first 2 streets. The number of full bins increase on each street by 3 each time. There are 7 streets in total. Complete the table and answer the questions below. So it says that it's increasing by 3 each time. So 7 plus 3, 10, add another 3, 13, and keep adding 3. So we've got 16, 19, and 22. So it says here on the first street we've got 4 bins emptied, 7 on the second street, 10 on the third street, and so forth. How many bins will be emptied in the 7th street? 7th, 22. How many bins will have been emptied altogether by the time they've been to 6 streets? So we need to add all these figures together. So we can break it into 2 separate questions, 2 separate calculations. So we're going to do 4 plus 7 plus 10 first. 10 plus 7 plus 4, and that will give us 7 plus 4 is 11. Add 1 plus 1 equals 2. So that's the first part. We're now going to add the value of the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th together. So some greater numbers here. So make sure we're taking our time. We don't want to make a silly mistake. 9 plus 6 is 15. Plus 3 is 18. 1 plus 1 plus 1, 3 plus 1, 4. Now we need to add these two numbers together. So 48 plus 21. 8 plus 1 is 9. 4 plus 2 is 6. The answer is 69. And the last question we got is, what is the difference between how many bins were emptied on the 3rd and 7th street? So the main word there is difference. So when we're looking at the difference, we're looking at using subtraction. So we've got to look at the 3rd and the 7th street. So we've got 10 and 22. So we're doing 22, take away 10, nice and easy, 12. Now, this one's we're going to looking at clues to help us. Use Danny's clues to find out the nationalities of guests that are staying at 2 hotels. So we've got our 2 hotels, the Argan and the Fleur, and we've got French, German and Chinese as our nationalities. There are 76 guests staying in Hotel Argan. So we know that in total there's going to be 76 and half as many in Hotel Fleur. So we need to do 76 divided by 2. We can use our division bus stop method. 2 goes into 7 3 times, 1 remaining, 2 goes into 16, 8. So Hotel Fleur have 38 guests. There are 70 French guests staying in total. 5 more German guests are staying at the Hotel Argan than the Hotel Fleur. So we know that there are 12, if there's 5 more staying, German guests staying at the Argan than the Fleur, so we've got to have 5 onto 7, and that gives us 12. There are 9 more French guests than German at Hotel Fleur. So there are 9 more French guests than German at Hotel Fleur. So there's 9 more there. So 9 plus 7 is 16. Now that's all our information we've been given. But so it seems like, well, how can we work out the rest? We can do by allowing, when we have a table like this and you get given 2 bits of information and you have a total amount, you can find out what the missing number is by using addition and subtraction. So we're going to do this, you're going to do 16 plus 7, which is 23. And then you're going to take that answer from this number here. So 38, take away 23, it's 8 take away 3 is 5, 3 take away 2 is 1. So our answer here is 15. So as I said, if you've got a column or a row that has 2 bits of information and you're only looking at 3 columns or 3 rows, then you're going to be able to find out the answer. So here again, we've got our column here. We've got 3 bits of information that are needed. We've got 2. As long as you've got 2 out of 3, you're going to be able to answer this. So yes. So we need to work out a total. But we're actually going to move away. So we're going to move away from that quickly. Just trying to identify which part we do now. Sorry, children, I'm just trying to work this out. It's why this, I think what's happened here is actually because we don't know the amount of Chinese guests there are. What we're going to do is, so actually looking at this question, and I do apologize, children, that you've had to watch this, but there is, because we don't have the amount of Chinese people staying, and we just go through the clues again. There are 76 guests staying in the Hotel Argan and half as many in Hotel Fleur. So in total, we have 114 guests in total. So we know there are 70 French and they're there. So Miss Taylor's identified where he's gone wrong here. So we can work out how many total, because this is our total here, 70. So actually that will help us. So 12 plus 7, so we can work out the amount of German guests there are in both hotels by adding these 2 together. 12 plus 7 is 19. If we know there are 25 guests in total of Chinese and there's 15 in Fleur, we need to subtract 25 from 15 equals 10. And then we've got to do 70, take away 16 to get the amount for the Argan. Sorry, children, looking at that, I made that a bit more complicated than it need to be, because I didn't realise that this had the total there. I apologise. So we need to do 70 take away 16. We cannot do 0 take away 6 because 6 is greater. So to exchange, we take 1 from the 7, so that turns to a 6. That becomes 10. 10 take away 6 is 4. 6 take away 1 is 5. So the answer is 54. Okay, I appreciate, again, that is a very long video. So you can pause it, rewatch it as many times as you want. And please now have a go at doing the task sheets. Good luck.